Welcome to the channel, everyone. You can see I got my axle out of the frame there. Actually, I thought the frame was going to want to tip to the back, but it actually doesn't. But I put a clamp on it just to make sure that it didn't flip off while it was up there. I'm hoping to have this done pretty quick. I've actually got the axle all cleaned up. Did my finish welding that I wanted to do. And yeah, it all is looking pretty good. I had some welds I wanted to fix because my wire speed was messed up on my welder when I first was welding this, so I went through and fixed everything. You can see this area here where I dished out to fit the sway bar. You can see that a little better now that it's out. I was able to put a piece in there, weld it to the perch there. Yeah, I'm real happy with everything now. Did a little more welding up there. And then I actually welded this hole up on the 70. That hole actually seeps pretty good amount of oil. I got to fix that sometime whenever I pull it out. You can't get to it unless you pull it out, really. So, but I wanted to get this one before it started leaking all over the place. There's actually two more in here. Before I put this on, there's two more I did. Because them have known to be the leak. I don't know why. I don't know if over time the weld cracks or whatever and it seeps out. But I just wanted to take care of it while I got it sitting here on these stands. Put a little weld up here. Left this open. I don't think it's going to be a problem. But yeah, it's pretty much ready to, I gotta sand it off, wire wheel it. And it's ready for the POR 15, so. Yeah, I gotta get to work cleaning this up. Okay, so I got the axle all cleaned up. Got it hanging from the engine lift here. Getting ready to spray it. I'm gonna do it just like the rear axle. I'm gonna spray this POR 15. Don't really like spraying that stuff because it doesn't spray very good, but I got a whole gallon I gotta use up and I want everything to match. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So I gotta get my paint mixed up. Yeah. Take the dog out of here so you don't breathe paint fumes. And then, yeah, I'll be spraying this. Okay, she's all painted. Looks pretty good. I got some runs underneath. I think I got maybe one run right there. But that POR 15 is just, it just doesn't like being sprayed. That's why I don't like it. But I think I paid $130 or $150 for the gallon, so I really want to use it up so I don't waste my money. That stuff, it really doesn't like being stored. It's already, it skins over when I leave it for a little while. It already skins over and I got to pick out the skin off the can. So I'm trying to use that up as quickly as I can. Probably won't get it again. I mean, if you can spray it down without runs, it looks, I mean, it looks really good. I mean, you can see, I mean, it looks really good, but the problem is laying it down. Probably would have to do 3 coats, maybe 4 coats. I've been doing like 2 coats, 2 heavier coats on these axles. They are axles. I mean, this is not a show car, and these are just axles, so I'm not too worried about it. But like I said, I just not real fond of spraying that. It's just too thick. I thinned it out. If you thin it out too much, it really doesn't like that at all. So you got to thin it out, and then it doesn't spray real well, even with my bigger 2.0 tip. But anyway, it's black, it's covered. I'm happy with it. So now I'm gonna get it back on my frame. I gotta unwrap my frame because I didn't want to get overspray on it. So this is going going back onto the frame for good, hopefully. Okay, so I'm going to throw my knuckles on here. But since I did new ball joints, I got one of these adjusting sleeve nuts. You gotta put a new one in if you put new ball joints in. If you leave your old ball joints on, you're not supposed to mess with that adjusting sleeve nut. Anyway, I'm just going to stick it in there for now. I'm just going to put it on there. That's got to be torqued. And actually, they want you to torque the lower ball joint to 80 foot-pounds. And then they want you to do your sleeve nut 50 foot-pounds. And then lastly, you're going to do your upper ball joint to 100 foot-pounds. I'm not going to torque this stuff right now. I'm going to let this paint cure for a few days before I do that. I'm just going to get all this stuff back on. It's floating everywhere all over the shop, so I'm just going to get it back on the axle here and torque it in a few days. Okay, so it's really good to see this axle finally going on this frame for the last time, hopefully. Just kind of get everything lined up. Nothing's tight right now. I don't even have my locking nuts on here yet. Just gonna, like I said, gather all my parts that are floating around here, get them back on the axle, and then in a few days I'll run around and I will torque everything. Probably going to gotta get my axles ready, because once I get this knuckle torqued on, I can slide my axles in there and then she's gonna go back on quick. So I think that's going to do it for this video. I'll get this update out. Yeah, real happy with the axle, how it turned out. I think it's just going to add just a little detail. Probably not a lot of people are going to notice it, but I'm going to enjoy seeing it. So next video, probably going to be assembling this axle. I got a bunch of stuff I got to put together, but it should go pretty quick if I have everything I need. I think I do. So I guess, guys, I'll see ya.